So in my last video, I spoke about how to choose a niche for your social media marketing agency as a beginner. If you haven't watched it, I'll link it down below. But somewhere in that video, I mentioned, in my opinion, the best niche for beginners. Now, in this video, I wanted to go into more detail about why I think that is the best one and just explain it all. Awesome. Before I go into the actual video itself, if you guys haven't joined our community group yet on Facebook, all about social media marketing, primarily for beginners, what are you doing? The link is down below. You know, I've literally posted on there daily. For example, yesterday, I posted my exact email script that I send out to all my clients. It's all available. I've got nothing to hide. So the link for the Facebook group is down below as well. But anyway, that out of the way, today's video, I just really wanted to talk about, in my opinion, why I believe I've got the best niche for beginners. Now, again, all of this is subject to a lot of things. You know, your experience, where you live, honestly, a lot of things. In fact, one of the things I said in my previous video was that there is no best niche for everybody. There just isn't like a best niche. That doesn't exist. And again, there's a lot of reasons for that. Watch my last video. However, with that said, I believe the best niche for beginners is actually the automotive niche. Yeah, so I'm just editing the video and I just watched that back. That made no sense. Let me just explain. Now, in the video, I did preface that, you know, there's no best niche for everybody. Let me just clarify that. This whole video is all of my opinion. There are no really facts or like, there just isn't a single best niche for everybody. So when I believe the automotive niche is the best one, just bear in mind that it's my opinion. If you ever watch some guru out there, or even if you buy somebody's course and they're telling you that this one niche is the best for everybody, they're a dickhead, they're lying. So just please bear that in mind. I just wanted to clarify that, but enjoy the rest of the video. Now, there's so many reasons why, and that's exactly what I'm going to go into in this video. So as you can imagine, that is the niche that I'm in myself. The reason for that is, like I mentioned in my previous video, when I first started, I was just, you know, going to every single industry out there and pitching everybody the same. And of course, I was getting rejected a lot. I didn't sign my first client for probably about 2-3 months, you know, whilst I was getting into this whole social media marketing world. And then I niched down and I realized that, you know, you need to stick with just one industry and just work with it. And then that was the automotive industry. I did generally think about these things back then. So I'm going to make a quick video on it now of why I actually chose the automotive industry. So number one would be the fact that they already spend thousands on marketing every single month, if not every single week. In fact, a lot of the clients that I work with at the moment are in the thousands every single week for marketing. So not necessarily on other social media marketing, obviously. You know, they spend on Auto Trader, Piston Heads, I could literally name hundreds of them, but they spend a lot of money to get their cars and their items out for sale, of course. So they really understand that they need to spend a lot of money in marketing. In fact, that is their biggest expense as their business. The second one being their rent and the cars that they purchase, okay? So think how crazy that is. When you're coming to them offering another form of marketing, they're going to be more understanding and accepting of your service rather than, I don't know, for example, a dentist. Thing number two is the fact that it's a high ticket client. So, you know, you sell one car, it's quite a lot of profit for them. Again, depending on what sort of dealership it is, what range of the market the car is, let's just say a typical Ford Fiesta, you sell that for say £12,000 or something like a new one, you probably made the dealership at least around £2,000. So the profit margins are really great. You know, you get them one lead for say £5, they come in and buy a car, you just converted £5 into £2,000 for them. You see where I'm coming from? And also, you know, they sell more than just one car per month, as you can imagine. On average, these are the sort of numbers that we go with. On average, we like to get around 100 leads a month. Out of them, around 20 to 30 people will actually show up, and out of those, around 5 people actually end up buying a car from them, which is amazing. Reason number three is actually, if you're working with more so the smaller size dealerships and the sort of medium sized ones, a lot of times the owner himself is going to be there and answer the call. Now, even if you go in person into the dealership, they're going to be there, so it's easy for you to talk to them. Or if you call, most of the time they're going to answer. And not only that, it's really easy to actually get their name from their website, their Facebook, whatever it is. That's also, I'm going to show that in another video, but another way you could do that is, looking through reviews or the About Us or Meet the Team on their website. It's super, super easy. So then when you actually go to outreach for them, you can literally go, hey, can I speak to John, or whoever the fuck it is. Number 4, I think it is, people will always need cars. So it's a great market to be in because it's never gonna die down, everyone always gonna need cars. For example, at the time of this recording, we're in a quarantine, probably gonna go into a recession. People still are gonna buy cars at the end of the day. People still need to... I don't know if you can hear that, but there was a fucking massive seagull just flown past. Anyway, people are always gonna need cars. Travel to work, to wherever they need to go, people are always going to need to buy cars. So it's a great market to be in. Number 5, which is the best one, their social media Bro. Hey, I'm filming a video. Look at them. Look at them, bro. Oh yeah, number 5. Most of the time, their social media marketing absolutely sucks. They're terrible at it most of the time. Again, more so the smaller to medium-sized ones. 99% of them won't even have heard of a Facebook pixel. So once you explain what it is and what it does, their minds get blown and they think you're some wizard guru Iman Gatsi coming at them. It's mad. And when you actually show them the results that you can get with these Facebook ads, it's insane. They get so happy and they're sold straight away. Well, not most of the time. It's a lot of the time actually the opposite happens. Because they don't even use Facebook, they don't believe in the social media. I know it sounds crazy to me and you, but they genuinely don't even believe in social media and marketing and that you can sell anything through there. You sometimes have to actually convince them and get them to understand that social media is a good platform in the first place. Now again, this is going to be another sort of whole video in itself on how to find the best client. Now if your prospect doesn't believe in social media marketing, don't even try and sign them up because they're going to be a pain in the ass. Number 6 would be the fact that they are actually a salesman themselves. So there's a bit of a commonality between you two. You'll both understand each other a lot easier. There's less of that small talk. When you're calling them up or going into their business, they know why you're there. So it's just a lot easier. And in a sense, it's harder if you haven't done car dealerships before. So you just got to adapt to it. But once you do, I promise you, it's so much easier. And number 7 would be the fact that they generally don't get approached as much as other industries and niches. So if you take, for example, an e-commerce client, okay, this is why I don't do e-commerce. I'm not saying it's bad, don't get me wrong. I know e-commerce, if anything, if I had to choose the best one, I would say it's e-commerce just because you can charge thousands and thousands for service fee. But here's the reason why I didn't choose that one. So with e-commerce clients, first of all, it's quite hard to find, well, it's not that difficult, but it's a bit more of an effort to find their sort of name, their email, their personal number, etc., and get a hold of the decision maker, okay? Second of all, even if you do get a hold of the decision maker, they probably have been approached hundreds of times by digital marketing agencies just like yours. And don't get me wrong, car dealerships still do get approached with, agencies for marketing and all that good stuff. But a lot of the times it isn't for social media marketing. A lot of the times it's for their website, SEO, or another third-party website to post their cars on. So in that sense, you're different to them. Third of all, fourth of all, I can't remember. For car dealerships, you know exactly sort of their profit margin, okay? So it's going to be different for per car, but each car you sell, on average, they're going to be making anywhere between £500 to about £4,000 on each car sold. Whereas an e-commerce client, you've got to work out the profit margins and things like that. So for me personally, it's just a whole headache. Although I know a lot of my friends actually do e-commerce and they make a fucking bank. One of their clients is the same worth as 2 of my clients, which again, it will be in another whole video. So there's pros and cons to it. But as a beginner, if you're just, you just want to get stuck into the whole social media marketing agency world, which is what I did, I was just so eager to get started. Oh my God, these seagulls are mad. So yeah, my first client was actually a car dealership, and I'm so grateful for that because it's opened up a whole new market for my agency, which is amazing. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Again, it's a pretty short one. I think it came out to be pretty short. I'm not too sure. Sure. So yeah, comment down below of what you guys want to watch for sort of future videos. If you have any questions, the best way to get a hold of me would actually be the Facebook group that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Again, link down below. Promise you, you will not regret it. It's one of the best communities. We're growing already. Like I said, daily posts, and I'm on there quite often and engaging. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And again, I'll see you on the next one. That was so cringy.